Hi, in this video I will show you how to create a polygon on your map. For this you will need a map and add your Google API key on this section of the app settings, so I can share you a guide of how to add your Google API key. First we are going to need page input data, one called coordinates and another one called polygon ID. And for this example I just have these two buttons. One is for adding points on the map, and the other button is to save the coordinates on the database. Let's get started with this first button. In this onPress event of the button, you need to add a global formatter. This global formatter will take the origin data of your page data coordinates that you just created and take the origin type object, because we are gonna create a new object. And for the origin type detail, you need to add an unique identifier. You can find it right here on UID. And for the target type, you are gonna put a set. And for this one, we are saying that we want to save on this object the region of this map. So in the controls, you need to find this map on your screen. Select it, and the property to save is the region. Now you need to set a page value with this previous global formatter. You can take it from here and set it with the key coordinates. Now to show these coordinates that you are creating, you need to put a modify control. So the data to send is the page data coordinates on the element map, and the property to modify its polygons. But here it's important that you add a name, and the property is dot coordinates. So you need to write it exactly the same. For the name you can use whatever you want. It's not necessary to call it polygon 1. And this modify control is to modify the fill color of the polygon that we are creating. So you can just send the color value. You can set this color on your palette, or also you can write an X color code. For this case, I'm gonna use this blue color with an opacity of 84%, so you can see like a little bit transparent when it's showing on the map. And the element to modify is the map. The property to modify its polygons again, and important to write the same name that you put in here. If you call it polygon 1, then you need to say that is polygon 1 as well. But the property to modify here is fill color. And then you can also change the stroke color of your polygon. For this I'm using this other blue, like a palette primary 501 is this one. And the element again is the map. Property to modify polygons. In this field again of the property to modify, you need to write the name of the same polygon, and you need to change the stroke color of this polygon, so you can send whatever color you want. And now let's save this polygon that we are creating. For this you need to put this onPress event on the save button. We are gonna add this global formatter that is taken from origin data, the coordinates of the page data that we are creating, and the origin type is an object. This object we want it to be an array without ID, so just select array without ID, and then place a save data in database. You can create a collection just for these polygons that you are creating. For this example, I'm putting this polygon ID because on the onload event of this screen, I'm generating a UID, but this is not necessary because you can take this ID from other page. Like if you are in this previous screen, you can just send like a page value, the ID that you want to save it. But for this example, I'm just creating this UID and setting on the page value. But you can also like put UID in here and it's the same. So the fields that we have in here, it's coordinates and name. I'm just gonna put it like name, and in the name you can put this polygon ID. It can be the same name, or you can have the name that you write it before. This is not really relevant for now, but what is relevant is that you save the global formatter that you create on this on press button. So you need to save the coordinates. Just take it from these previous outputs, and then I'm just making a push screen to this one that it's gonna show the polygons. In the unload event, I'm placing a get database data, reading this collection polygons, and this is gonna obtain all the data of this collection. I'm not referring to any particular ID. All the polygons that I made before are gonna appear in this map. So to make this, just add a modify control. In data to send, select the get database data, and the element is the map. The property to modify, just put polygons. You don't need to write anything on this field that we have. So now let's try it on the emulator. Now, to create a polygon, just press this button, and you need to move the pointer to see all the dots that are connecting on the map. At least you're gonna need 3 dots to start making this shape. You can do the shape that you want. I'm not creating anything specific in here, just like showing how to do it. And when you press the save button, you're gonna see this exact same shape, but you see this is a different color because on the editor we are not changing the color. So if you want to change the color and the stroke color as well, you need to copy these modify controls, like this fill color and this stroke color, but you're gonna need the name of the polygon that you created. So that's it for this tutorial. If you have any questions, please let me know in the comments.